Welcome back to Aria the Scarlet. Yeah, the Scarlet Bullet. Anime review, episode number 3. This one is discussing the last 3 episodes of the anime, which, like I said before with episode 9, that starts off basically book 3 for the series. And these episodes simply put all the rest of book 3. Now, basically the plan is this. Go to his mansion to get this rosemary that belonged to Rico's late mother. Like, okay, I kind of forgot that she appeared here. Apparently in episode 10, Joan decided to make an appearance. Yep. One appearance. One brief appearance. Where she's playing a piano. Also, shows off her terrible artistic skills. And she wears glasses now. Yeah, apparently she made a plea bargain. In exchange for not going to prison, she had to apply to this school as a second-year student. Okay. Fine. I kind of forgot she actually appeared here, but yeah. Well, that's the only appearance that she makes because after episode 10, she's not there for the next 2 episodes of the series because they're not at the school itself. Yep. Of course, she explains Rico's backstory, where apparently Vlad kept her imprisoned in her. Apparently, Vlad the Bad kept Rico in prison in his basement since she was 8 for about several years. Well, apparently kept her naked and tortured her. Though from when I read online, they go deeper into her backstory a little later on, but this is partially into that. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah, all to make a Lupin 5th. Yep, that's the only reason why. And she apparently did not inherit any of the thieving the genetic traits that the previous Lupins had. Okay? And they also revealed that apparently in this series, oh yeah, and from what I can tell, it is kind of confirmed that Lupin III from the manga Monkey Punch is indeed her father, and it's possible Fujiko Mine is in fact her mother. Though I think it probably is. And they say, oh yeah, they're dead. Lupin III is dead in this continuity. Okay. I'm not really sure why the heck they said have them revealed that they killed off Lupin III. Yeah, I'm sure that people who actually have read the manga and they read this because, oh, we have the daughter of the popular character the Monkey Punch created. And he's dead in this continuity. Wow, that's something. Even Fujiko Mine is dead. I'm like, really? Okay. Now, in case you're still curious, though, I still have never read the Lupin the Third manga. I really wish I had, because it's a manga I'm really interested in getting into, but I'm not currently reading right now. And I know for a fact, I think it was just last year, I think it was, the creator of Monkey Punch passed away. I know it's a pen name, excuse me, but that was what he referred to as. He's well known for doing Lupin the Third. That's basically the gist of it. Now, so they have to go to his mansion to get the rosemary. And they go to a cafe, and of course they have a tryout. They have, well, they're going to cover his new butler and maid. They go to the actual mansion itself, and luckily enough, they don't have to. Apparently, the caretaker of this place is actually their teacher. Yep, the very teacher who was there from the start of the series, who explained that apparently crime has risen. How? That's never explained. Also, this guy is voiced by J. Michael Turnham. Great voice actor. I've heard him in several different anime. Like I mentioned a lot about Sebastian Michaels from Black Butler, which is also a character he's voiced. And there's also the character from Saga Time Evil. Yeah, the guy is just very good, talented voice actor. It's not exactly high amount of anime I've seen him in, but he's very good. One of my personal favorites of his has got to be Sebastian Michaels from Black Butler. I kind of wish it was another season of the show because the show was damn good. Though I think the Emerald stuff basically was some of us all together. But I did like the show itself because it was really good. Mm-hmm. But in the case of this one, well, he's there, he's the caretaker, so at least they don't have to basically make a cover story because it's their teacher. And apparently, get this, the approval to go undercover at this mansion apparently was very easily approved. And apparently that Vlad had not been to the place in over a decade. Yeah, as for the reason why for that, never explained at all. So, we have it where Kajima basically do all the basically, but apparently it shows off how good of a cook he is. cooking for their teacher. And then, of course, he infiltrates the safe, gets Rosemary out, no problem at all, gets back to Rico, and then she's like, time for your present. So she proceeds to, like I was like, take out the bands, and then she proceeds to make out with him, making her the third woman in the series to make out with him. First it's Akane in episode 5, then you have Saguni in episode 8, and now we have in episode 12 of the series, Rico. And there's only 4 episodes since the last one. Yep, and it turns out teacher come back. Yeah, he's actually pure evil. He's actually Vlad. And it turns out when he does a little... apparently the whole thing with teacher is actually just like guys. And it turns out, of course, Akane pointed this out though. This guy's actually freaking Dracula. Like, wow. Like, okay, he turns sort of a wolfman form with tattoos on him. Like, even, of course, there's also a tattoo in his tongue. I'm like, okay, I get the fact that's actually a nod to the actual Bram Stoker book, where, in fact, that Dracula can turn to wolf. That's a great nod to it. So, they pretty much spend, like, right after he transforms, you have Aria and Kanji just shooting him constantly over the course of this episode. Excuse me. And then they eventually do have Rico get away with Kajima. Of course, they fall off the building. Though she apparently decides to shed her clothing and form a parachute, which also forms some kind of whip too, which they also have it use it to... Oh, I forgot to mention when Kaji basically goes into Arna's room, she proceeds to jump on him, basically put her groin in his face. Almost looked like he's about to do a jackknife powerbomb on her. Really? Okay. Like the way her legs were, like, because they were like basically going around his like shoulders. Yeah, that's almost a setup to do a jackknife powerbomb. You don't know, those who don't know what that is. That was pretty much sort of a signature move done by WWE Hall of Famer Kevin Nash. But it's very similar to, and yes, this did happen in light novel, so don't worry. The anime did not make that up at all. But back to the fight itself. Like, to get away, and of course, they grab Arya. Then, of course, they get down to below they're actually battling on top of a building. And eventually they get down below, and they reveal that during the actual shooting, that they actually found Vlad's blind spot. His tongue. Yep. And after shooting it, all three of them shoots it. And he's killed. He's dead. Making him the first character they've actually killed off in the series. And he's also the first guy they've actually fought in the series, because the thing is, in episode 5, he fought Rico. In episode 8, he fought Joan, though she turned good. Though Rico did leave, apparently it was off screen that she agreed to testify at basically Arena's mother's trial. And of course they revealed this when she's trying out swimsuits. And apparently when she was hugging Kanji, let's just say her pads fell off her swimsuit because she's flat chested. And then the episode ends basically her just slapping him and of course doing a bop 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 bop. So I thought was so hilarious. Also the way that Kanji basically figures this out is that, well, Rika has sort of something interesting happen, where she has her basically have Kanji landing and knocking on his chest and Arina's chest in order to activate his hysteria mode, which of course she does know about it, and that's how he defeats Vlad. But there's one thing I forgot to mention, something that Rika does. Yes, they pretty much were for the maid training. Apparently, they had Kajima activate his hysteria mode, where he's in locker with his friend, peeping on the girls when they're basically trying to, let's say, examine each other. So they'll strip in her underwear, and apparently that puts him in hysteria mode. And somehow that brings in a wolf into the room. Yes, a freaking wolf. Which, of course, they chase, and of course, well, he hops on a motorcycle he just happens to have. And, of course, Rika decides to follow him. Of course, she's in her underwear. And she doesn't beat him up for peeping on her at all. So in order for her to cover up, he gives her his jacket, which that's actually pretty smart of him to do. And then pretty much she mobilizes the wolf and tames him. Just by grazing him, and of course he's perfectly fine afterwards. It's a great moment for her, and the thing is, episode 10 not only is a brief return for Joan, it's also the last time we see Rika in the series because, well, the series ends 2 episodes later, and don't worry, they are in the book, so don't worry, they're not gone from the series. But yes, that is the end of the series of Aria the Scarlet Ammo. Yes, I do know there's a spin-off series. I will eventually watch it. Just not at the moment. Probably next one's probably going to be Sarah for the end. But I'm going to do one more video for this series discussing the OVA, though I have to go to their website to watch it because I was watching this series on the Funimation streaming service, which that's I watch a lot of my anime I've watched in the past year watching on that website. As a matter of fact, I watched the entirety of Naruto on the website. Forgot to mention this for when it comes to my Naruto review, that when I initially heard about that Funimation Other Hands Naruto, I was like shocked to see that, like, what? Okay, Naruto is Viz Media dub. Why are they in Funimation streaming service? They're rivals. And then I found, oh yeah, they formed a partnership. Okay, when did they decide to do that? Yeah, it's quite something, though. They are going to put some of their catalog on the Funimation streaming service. My guess is the reason why Viz Media did that, and this is my personal opinion, because they don't have a regular streaming service around, but they have plenty of anime they want to stream. Yeah, but all in all, in the case of Aria the Scarlet Ammo, great series. Kind of wish this was another anime I kind of wish was season 2. Though here's the thing, the anime aired years ago. Yes, 9. And wow. I at least got praised the fact that this series has Colin Clifford play a useful character, unlike in the case of her character spirit in Claymore, where her character was completely useless except for like one episode. Just watch everything. The last series I watched Colin Clifford in that she appeared in was in Love Time, where she appeared for like 2 episodes, and that was it for the character. Yeah, she played the mother of one of the main character's love interest. Yeah, that's what she played. That's simply what's kind of strange about Colin Clickenbeard, where the last couple of series I've seen her on, she plays a character, doesn't really do very much. Yeah, that's how it's just when it comes to that. So yeah, that's it for this particular review. That's not exactly it for this anime review series. I still have at least one more video I want to do. Probably 2 at most. Of course, next one's going to be the OVA. And probably today, if I get time, I'll do my first review for Naruto Shippuden. Yep. But here's the next video. Bye.